Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and today I'm going to show you how I made this cute little card using the Snow Angel stamp set from Mama Elephant. Oh my gosh, I just love it. Isn't that adorable? It's on a little spring, oh, so cute. And I also used some glitter paper and a die cut. So my die cut is this snowflake border. It's really cute. I haven't had much luck with my snowflake die cuts though. The last card I used the snowflake backdrop, and it was kind of tedious just to get all those little pieces out. Not a big deal, but still. And this one, like this whole middle section, didn't cut very well. So I had to run it through with a little piece of paper to make it so that it was a little bit thicker so it would cut a little better, but it still didn't cut great. So I had to like peel off some of the backing of the paper to actually make it work. But all in all, it was okay. And so I used this die cut, or this die, to cut the white cardstock. And then I used this to cut the edge of the blue glitter cardstock. And then I could just put the blue glitter cardstock right up against the snowflakes, and it worked out really well. So my blue glitter paper is from Hobby Lobby. It's just in a pack of cardstock that I got, and I used my half price, or I waited for them to be half price, and I used this blue one that I thought was really pretty. And I used one sheet, and I got both of them. So this stamp set is really nice because you can make some really quick and easy cards that don't take a bunch. And I put a few extra things on this one, but seriously, it's pretty inexpensive but neat card, because I know sometimes you can go crazy, at least I do, with layer upon layer of cardstock and stuff, and it can add up. But this would be a less expensive alternative for, and the card I did yesterday or the day before yesterday, whenever the last card I did, oh my goodness, there's like a million geese in my yard right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting. 8, 9, 10, 11 coming. Holy cow. 12! Banging on the window trying to get them to leave. Oh well, I'm just going to leave them. But this card is really inexpensive because it didn't take hardly anything. So just something to think about when you're making a bunch of cards. So there's that. But I went ahead and put the glitter on here, and I think it looks phenomenal. I love it. And again, all I did was die cut using the edge to do this, and then I lined up my glitter, and obviously it's not very straight. If this bothered you, you could put another piece of cardstock on it. It doesn't really bother me. And then you could cut off the edges, because obviously I didn't get it totally straight, otherwise it would have fit perfectly. And I just noticed that there's a couple places here where I didn't get all of the white cardstock out. And that's what I was kind of talking about. It would still leave a little bit of white cardstock, but oh well. And you could have this open this way or this way. It's really cute. I love how it did it. So even though it was kind of a pain, especially in the middle, the end snowflakes did fine. And these two actually did all right. It was mostly this one that was the worst. Some of each of these, I mean, it was really like the whole middle section just didn't, like maybe the die cut, the metal didn't stick down as far as it should have. I don't know if I can tell by feeling. Yeah, I think that's it. Like you can really feel, well, it still sounds like, I mean, it's there. It's just not very cutty. So I don't know that yours would be like that, but just so you know. And this is crafting, so if something happens that you don't expect, you can still make it work. So that's what I did, and I really like how it turned out. This is just so stinking cute. And I did use a little bit of my Stardust, liquid Stardust from Lawn Fawn to put over where I inked. So I'll show you all of that and what I did, but this is the end product, and I think it is absolutely adorable. So the first thing that I did was obviously put the glitter on, And then I thought, ooh, I need a little something something on those snowflakes. So I got out my rhinestones, and I'm going to put a larger rhinestone on the, and it's still not even a big rhinestone. I mean, I'm sure you could, you know what, let's try one of the bigger rhinestones. I put a larger rhinestone on the larger snowflakes, and then a smaller rhinestone on the smaller snowflakes. Crazy how that works, isn't it? So the first one that I did, I used the little teeny tiny one and the small one. And this one I'm using the big one and the medium one. So we'll see how this works out. I think it'll look good. I think it'll be fine. You might even be able to see it a little better, but I kind of like the subtlety of having just a little bit sometimes. And then I'm going to use a bigger one again. So once I have those all placed, I think it's really cute. I love it. And then I'm going to take my block, and I'm using the fox, so he's a bigger one, so I'm going to use the bigger wings on this kit. And I kind of like to, actually what you could do is just place them on the top, matching up with, that way you know, matching up with the picture, that way you know that you got them where you need them. And then I'm just going to stamp it right on here, and I'm using a blue color that I thought matched kind of the glitter paper. It's not exactly the same color, but, and then I like to do it at an angle just because I think it's cute that way. And then I like to make sure that I get my ink off of these clear stamps. Actually, when I started doing this just now, I thought, oh, it's Versamark, but it's not. But I do like to get the Versamark off immediately. The ink, it wouldn't have been a big deal. I could have taken it to my little cleaner and just cleaned it, but whatevs, it's all right. It got fancy treatment. And then there's two sizes of footprints. There's big ones and little ones, and I'm going to use the large footprints. And I'm just going to put those on my block. And I'm going to kind of do it just like that, where one is higher than the other. And you could do the same thing. You could line them up on there and do it this same exact way, but I'm just putting them on my block myself this time. And then I'm just going to put some footprints leading up to just like that. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, it's adorable just like that. If I were out in the snow and I saw that, I would know immediately what it was. And I'd probably lay down and make one too, because it's cute. And they're fun to make. Little snow angels. The card's fun to make too. So here's the maybe interesting part. I have these little peel and stick, what are they called? Action wobbles, and you can get them at actionwobble.com, ACTIONWOBBLE. And they are little springs that allow things to move and shake. It's just to wobble around. They're really, really neat. And I purchased these quite a long time ago. And I have a bunch of them, so I don't even know if they're still available, but I'm going to assume that they are. And I know that I have two sizes. I have this size, and then I have a smaller size. And you know what? I cannot find the smaller size to save my life. I have looked and looked, and I don't know what in the world I did with them. And I know it wasn't that long ago that I had them, because I made a card, I remember even, but I cannot find them. So I don't know. I've organized my scrapbook room, or my craft room, and I think that I have organized them out of my sight. So I'm not sure what I did with them. So I'm going to use this bigger one, and clearly it's too big for him, so I'll have to show you what I'm doing. but I'm going to go ahead and stick him down where I want him. And one of the things that I've learned with the action wobbles is that you want the wobbly part, the spring, to be at a strong point in the image. I guess you wouldn't want to, like, I really wouldn't want to put this on his tail unless I wanted him to, because he's going to shake from wherever you put it. So if you want him to shake from his tail and, you know, like his body move like a windshield wiper, then you would put it down there. But I'm going to do it more toward his head, just because that's how I want him to move, like that. And clearly it's sticking out further than his image. So I'm just going to take my scissors. So I went ahead and just stuck him on the front, and then I'm just going to take my scissors and cut around him. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to get the stickiness off. And I'm not cutting the base, I'm only cutting the part that's attached to my image. So the base is going to be big still, and it's going to, you'll be able to see it when you put it down, but it's clear, so I don't think it's a big deal. And this way ensured that I had as much on the top part as I could. And it tells you, I didn't tell you that, but the action wobble will tell you, like, peel and stick base pad. So this means that this side goes on the base, and then the other one says, I think, top. So you know how to do them. And then you just peel off the paper. And it's like a hard plastic. And then I'm just going to put this so that he is in position to do the angel. And then I'm just going to make sure that it's stuck down really well. And then bing, bing, bing. Isn't that adorable? Oh my word. And then you know what I think goes with glitter? More glitter. So I'm going to take my Stardust that I love. It's kind of like Wink of Stella, only it's even more blingy. And lots of times it falls down. I don't know how, but it, like, the lid doesn't hold it on very well, so I just use what's on here onto my water brush. And then I'm just going to paint it on where the stamped image is, so it glitters and glows. Hopefully you guys can see the difference. In real life you can really see it. It just sparkles and shines, and it's just really cool. I love it, I love it. His whole footprint didn't get on there at the top. That's interesting, but I think it'll work out just fine. There we go. And that's it. I mean, seriously, it's that easy. Now, I did color and, you know, die cut my little fox image before showing you, but really, it's a very easy, very fun card to make. And I hope that you guys give it a try. Now I do see a little bit of ink right here, so I'm going to take my sand eraser. This is a mono sand eraser. You can find them online. It's by Tombow, or you can probably find it at one of your craft stores. I would say it's probably with the art stuff. And it has a really fine sanding in there, and it will erase some of the ink or whatever if you mess up. So I love it. It's very, very handy, because often I will have ink on my fingers or something and not realize it. But there we go. Yay! Isn't that the cutest thing? I just love it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope it gave you some inspiration, and I'd love to see what you do. Have a great day.